Shalom, 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 y'all. Shalom. It's Michael Israel here, coming at you from Straitway, Florida. As you can tell by the title of the show, we're going to be hitting on a whole bunch of different things. We got the virus tincture, just giving y'all some information on it. I know a lot of people are coming down with stuff from the phone calls and the communications I've had. Also going to be talking about what was the other thing I put in there? Fearing Yah, what the fear of Yah is. And then other thing we're going to be talking about is Straitway Florida footwork. We're going to give you, probably going to spend the bulk of our time on that, just giving you an update on how we shaking and moving. As you can see, the brothers of Straitway Florida are out here working right now. They getting ready to. We just loaded our van up with stuff that needs to go to storage from Feast of Tabernacles, which was awesome. Uh, but we just loaded. We're loading our van up, and we're going. When I'm done with this video, we're gonna go head over there to storage and drop all this stuff off, and then we gotta load the van up again. And I'll tell you why a little later on. Um, One of the first things we're gonna get into. Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get into the uh, the tincture, the herbs, the antiviral herbs. I'm gonna get into that later because I know a lot of y'all are gonna have questions about that. So I will, we'll get into that later because I know it's gonna turn into a question and answer thing more than likely. But what we're going to talk about right now is just the Feast of Tabernacles is definitely awesome. I learned, you know, it. I feel like I grew a lot spiritually up there. I got a lot of um, the best analogy to put it, I guess, wouldn't be a growth analogy. It'd be like a battery analogy. Like I fully recharged my batteries, potentially got a battery upgrade while I was up there. So it's definitely an awesome experience. I got to spend basically a whole day with Elder Mitchell. That was and watching his footwork and how he follows the shepherds uh, footwork. Pastor Corey came down to our camping area and poured into the saints. Really uplifted us spiritually. And then Pastor Corey, at these feasts early in the morning at 6, he's in the tabernacle. He does he teaches in the morning, and it's awesome, especially to get poured into that early in the morning. Um, so spent a lot of time there. Then also spent um, Brother Daniel and some of the brothers in Straitway Indy came over and talked to us and just gave us some guidance in their experience with community and stuff like that. So all those things, man. That was just some of that. That's just like a minute amount of the highlights that I experienced up there. I'm editing as we speak. Well, I started last night. I'm editing a footwork video of my experience up there. It's gonna be like a music video. I think everybody will love it. Really give y'all a feel of what went on up there. And I'm also gonna be I got a lot of video content of me and Elder Mitchell's day together. So I'll be putting a video out on that eventually. We're real busy here. Um, a lot of y'all, if y'all don't know, on the way up, the way Straitway Florida rolls when we do stuff like this, we roll together. So um, when we go to Straitway or anywhere, we roll in a caravan and like a convoy. And this one, I think we had 8 or 9 vehicles or something like that. And the thing is, going up there and coming back, there was an we had accidents going both ways, one each. One accident on the way up there, one accident on the way back. And to me, that was one accident too many. You know what I mean? Um, so I really had to rethink, you know, how we're doing, because guess what? Straitway Florida, even in this dead season, is already ramping up. We're gonna be doing a lot of traveling. We're gonna be going to other communities. We're gonna be helping out where they need help, and we need better, um, you know, a better method of transportation. So after sitting there and really thinking about it, um, what I came up with was, we down here at Straitway Florida, we need a shuttle bus. So I let all the saints know, and we began working towards that goal. And praise Yah, yesterday we acquired 2 shuttle buses. So, or not, was it yesterday? That was yesterday. We got the shuttle bus Friday. That's right, Friday. Yeah. So on Friday we raised the money. Some people are still contributing because we had to use some of the money out of business, but we purchased 2 shuttle buses. So what I have here for y'all to watch is a little video I put together. I'm gonna play it on here if I get it up, of basically some of the stuff that has transpired. And you'll see some of the shuttle buses, and then after the video I'll fill y'all in on all the details about it. Okay, so enjoy this video, this quick video. I just slapped it together, so here it is. Yeah, one of our brothers got in an accident, but he's okay. A truck ran him off the road. Yeah, it could be fixed. It ain't that bad. Gotta get the way around. All right, y'all. This the other one, and this the one that this is the one I think we need. Okay, we getting ready to take it around the block. We got televisions, leather seats. It has storage room in the back. And I think this is the one we just gonna go for, is this one right here. So so what I'm gonna do, hey, tell them to come on. I don't have you close the door. So we about to go. Huh? Where? He pushed it. He found it somewhere. Okay. Watch out, he's standing there. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it yet. So we loading all the brothers up. And hey, Tom, come on. Don't miss the bus.
Are we going for a ride?
Yes, sir.
Here comes the
What's
bus.
Shannon?
Here comes the bus.
I got vaccine. You know, come on, Shannon.
I mean, the seat definitely feels a lot better.
Ooh. What is this?
Now listen, I'm going to seatbelt.
We have to fix it.
Oh, right here.
Oh. Should you be driving? You want to sit here, Shannon?
No, I was going to just try and turn the AC on back here.
All right, so we get ready to ride here.
Back in school again. All the bad kids in the back.
We're gonna see how smooth it rides. Feels smooth.
Yeah, we down here right now.
Count him. Count Craig also.
So 26 plus Craig
Excuse
family. Well, how many? That's 3, 4, 5 Craig family. That's a Craig family. That's 5. Right? Craig is 5. Take it. I can't hold that shit.
And then we have a cargo compartment here on the back. We'll show you that, which we'd probably convert into a bathroom. All right, so basically what you saw was two different, I know it's kind of backwards, but you saw two different shuttle buses. One was 37 passengers. The other one with the green seats and the outside of it was white was what was that? I mean, like 20 something, 27 or whatever. And the funny thing is, you know, so the big one, they were wanting like 18,000 for it, and then that other one they were wanting like 10,000 or more for it. But there were some mechanical issues with it, and you know, Straitway Florida, you know, we got air mechanics, diesel mechanics, auto mechanics, technicians, all that stuff. So um, the owner at the dealership said that that white van, they didn't want it because it's too much labor to repair. There's a spindle on the wheel that needs to be replaced on the front right wheel. So they didn't want that one. And then the other one that they were asking 18 for, um, it had just came in, so it still needed a lot of work to be repaired. So anyway, we sent Brother Tone in, and he negotiated and got him down to, for both of them, 19,000 for both vehicles. It is an amazing deal, and we just have to put in the work, the physical work on getting these parts changed out. You figure most people don't have the capability to work on vehicles like that. Like you need a high tonnage jack, you need real large pullers and equipment to work on them. But you know, we had the capability, so you know, it makes sense for us. It's just and then we have the manpower and you know to know how to work on those vehicles. So as of now, we have those vehicles and a lot of stuff. I watched these brothers and sisters when we were working this thing to make it happen because we got brothers with their CDLs who are going to get their passenger certification on it, and just a whole bunch of selfless teamwork went down. I mean, I've never seen nothing. I've never been a part of anything like this in my life where this thing just, it was a lot of phone calls made, you know, and brothers just stepping up. Yeah, you know, because the one vehicle is not even drive, it's not safe to drive. Well, the brother's coming down with his trailer, they're gonna pick it up. It's just everybody is working together for the greater good of the whole. It's just straight footwork, you know what I'm saying? And it makes me, it's amazing. It's just biblical. It's that selfless mindset going on down here from all the brothers and sisters who donated and contributed, you know, to the people who stepped up, cause and you know, with insurance and everything just went through effortlessly, and it was just everybody understood the vision and the why and all that, you know, because like I said, you know, when you get a call and hey, you know, this brother, that brother got in an accident. You know, because we when we have to drive, that's a, you figure that's a 12-hour drive 3 times a year, twice. You know, going up and coming back with brothers and sisters on the road that aren't totally experienced. You know, it 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 always worries me. You know, we're prayed up, we stay prayed up. You know, but you know, this, I feel like this is the right way to go with all this. So it's really is a blessing. Um, just because we needed everybody involved. We needed Brother Tony with his communication skills to be able to get an amazing price on it. We need the brothers with the who have the CDLs and the proper able to get the proper insurance with the vehicles. We need the brothers with the mechanical skills like myself, like Brother Jarvis and all that. We need the brothers with the trailers and equipment to transport the one bus that can't be driven. Like I can't tell you how many moving parts there were to that. And I showed the brothers here um, at Straitway Florida here. I showed them all the phone calls I made yesterday or on Friday, and it was just a ton. I mean, it was crazy. All the people I was talking to, and you know, so yeah, so they weren't. I wasn't rushing them to get money together so they could buy me a Learjet or a Bentley or something like that. It's something that's going to benefit the community as a whole and keep us safer, you know, in our travels and enable us to travel and be a blessing to the other straightway assemblies and communities as we move forward. Because I know this year is going to be a busy year. Um, and like I said, just breaking down some of the Straightway Florida footwork. You know, one of the things I had talked about just staying busy. Well, first staying engaged in the dead season. We're in the dead season now. Um, staying engaged or staying engaged with Yah, meditating on Yah and the Most High Yah's way. Staying engaged. That's how what I call it. And then staying staying busy, and that's something I was seeking Yah for. And to say He answered it is an understatement. We even right now as we speak, the brothers are working on the vans. We're getting these vans prepared and getting them in a line, checking our fluids, looking them over because we're heading out to South Florida for a week. We got a big job down there that the Most High has blessed us with. So we're going to jump on this job, and but we're getting once we get all these the we're gonna get we got to do an alignment on the vehicles. I checked the servicing on one of them, but we're gonna do an alignment. When I'm done with this live, and once the alignment's done, we're gonna go to storage, drop all this stuff off over there from Tabernacles, and we're gonna come back and start loading the vans up with all the tools and equipment we need to do this job that we're doing down here in South Florida. And then guess what? Right after that, we got another one with trucking company. They want cameras and security gates and all that. And then guess what? Right after that, we got another one. So literally, this whole month is like totally packed out on top of the other jobs we already got. So it's like literally this month is more than gone. You know, it's literally it's down to it's gonna be intense, you know, but it's a good type of busy because you know I've been seeking y'all to just give us the work so that we can do what we need to do to get where we need to get, and he's fully sending it. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of footwork. And what is about that brings me into the topic I just wanted to hit on briefly. Listening to Pastor Dow's message that he did yesterday, looking at you know having that day I spent with Elder Mitchell, you know, um, and something that popped in my mind because one of the things I'm gonna tell you one of the things that have really perplexed me for a while coming into this is you know as you know the brothers we have here like Brother Shannon, Brother Chris, Brother Umbry, Brother Cedric, like truly have the fear of Yah on them, and you can tell by their footwork. And but there's people that just don't get it. That why aren't you selfless when it's clear you have to be selfless? Why isn't your footwork reflecting your book work? You know what I'm saying? I talk about this a lot, and what I've realized, what it comes down to, is a lot of people simply don't have the fear of Yah. With their mouth, they do. They talk a good game. You see them going through all the you know they put on a good show, but when it comes time to be accountable, to be reliable, to be selfless, to sacrifice, to put your brother ahead of yourself, that's when you begin to see that they don't fear Yah. They have no fear of Yah. They fear their flesh. If they uh, if their flesh, they fear their flesh welling up. I mean, that's the best way I could put it. And it's in this day and age, what we got going on. You know, it's imperative that people fear Yah and have that fear to where the way I'd say that, like, man, when the Most High opened my eyes to to the error of my ways, it was like almost like waking up out of a bad dream and realizing it was just a dream and you still alive. That's how it was to me. I was like grateful that I hadn't been destroyed from walking contrary to the way. There's a lot of people, man. I just look at their behavior, their actions, the, um, how their stench to Israel, their hindrance to the work, in in their actions, in their footwork. Their footwork shows this, and you 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 could sit there and explain it to them, and it just doesn't register because they don't have the fear of Yah. And that's one of the things I picked up. I learned from all this pouring in that I've been getting while I've been up there. It's not my job to convince people to serve the Most High. You know what I'm saying? If the Most High ain't dealing with them, Most High ain't opening their eyes, that's on them. You see what I'm saying? So the fear, yeah, that's just something I wanted to hit on. But all right. So what we're gonna do, um, we're getting ready to get in. I'm gonna talk about these herbs. Okay, this tincture I made that you know I was gonna wait a couple months or whatever, but I've been giving it. I I, I gave the last bottle I sent up to Georgia. Brother Jarvis, he came down. He lost his taste. He lost his smell. Started running a fever. Wasn't feeling good. So I sent it up to him on Friday, and I called him today. He's feeling much better, and we've been getting consistent result. Everybody here in this house, I think almost everybody here, with the exception of maybe a couple people, um, have had started coming down with something at one time or another over the past week, and we give them this stuff, and it hits it. So what does it contain? So that if you want, you can make it yourself. Because I'm just telling you, we're slap out of it, and we ain't gonna have time to make none. It'll probably be a month before we'll have time to make some in bulk quantity. So I'm gonna tell you what it contains. It contains Paul Diarco. The reason I put Paul Diarco in, and let me tell you the reason why I'm telling you the reason I put it in there is because all these herbs do a myriad of different things. Like Paul Diarco does a whole bunch of different stuff. The reason I put Paul Diarco in this formula is because it inhibits viral replication. Okay, so that's why the Paul Diarco's in there. I put cleavers in it. The reason I put cleavers in it is because cleavers stimulates and gets the lymphatic system moving, and it also gets your lymphatic system draining by opening the kidneys and the renal system, your urination system. That's the primary way that toxins get out of your body. Cellular toxins get out of your body. What are cellular toxins? Viruses, viral loads. So you have to get that lymphatic system moving. That's why I put the cleavers in there. Cleavers does a bunch of other different things. That's the primary reason I put it in there. A lot of people, because of their diets, have backed up lymphatic systems, enabling viruses to flourish in their lymphatic system and throughout their body. This is why you got to get that system moving. It's not complicated, y'all. Okay, the other thing I put in there is mullein and elecampane. The reason I put the mullein and elecampane in there is because they stimulate and rejuvenate and detoxify your respiratory system. They get it producing mucus. That dry cough that comes with this thing, it makes it a productive wet cough. You start bringing up the mucus that's building up in your respiratory system, in your lungs, and all that stuff like that. So that's why I put those in there. That's not the only thing mullein and elecampane do. They do a myriad of other things, and they do them well and powerfully. But that's why I put it in this formula. So that's what's in there. So you could order all those herbs from wherever you could get them from and make your own tea and benefit yourself. We're gonna have a extremely powerful tincture here soon, maybe in a month or so. Extremely powerful, like the one we got now that I had up there at the feast is very powerful. We turned a whole bunch of people's fevers and flus and coughs and all that, turned them around within a 24-hour period. So it's Yah's herbs. It ain't nothing I'm doing. It's Yah's herbs. It's Yah's body. He designed this thing. We just using Yah's stuff. We're not using isolated chemistry from these heathens. Okay. We trying to not be reliant on them with all things. Okay, I see we got some questions here, so we're gonna get into them. I'm gonna start addressing the questions that are coming in the comments. So let's hit it. Dope said, "Can pregnant?" I guess he's saying, "Can pregnant women take your elderberry and viral tea? And what should pregnant women eat? My wife is pregnant." Um, what I don't recommend pregnant women take any of these herbs unless they're thoroughly researched in them. Like you got a lot of women who take what's that called? Red raspberry leaf or something like that. Or no, it's red clover. I think it's red clover is the one. A lot of women take that because if you look at the properties, it tonifies the female reproductive system and the male reproductive system, but women take because it tonifies the female reproductive system. So they'll take it. Well, if you strengthen that system too much, your womb will get so strong it'll just squeeze the baby out. If you take too much plantain leaf, which is an astringent, it's astringent. It squeezes. It will squeeze the baby out prematurely. That's why I pretty much tell them no, don't take any herbs. Um, if a woman's pregnant and she wants to cleanse and detoxify, she could just go to a higher fruit diet and eat less foods that take a long time to break down. Okay. That's my recommendation. That's what I would do if my wife was pregnant. You understand what I'm saying? Um, because these herbs, I'm telling you, like these herbs, like poke root and a lot of these, I have a clove tincture that I tinctured it very powerfully. It's like if you put a drop on your tongue, it's gonna burn for like 10 minutes. It's crazy powerful. Um, these herbs, like you can make medicinal powerful. You know what I mean? So now I'm very careful with that stuff. And unless you thoroughly understand the herbs you're taking and what they're gonna do, I wouldn't take them. Okay. And if you on here asking me questions, you don't thoroughly understand them. Like the people who thoroughly understand herbs aren't watching videos on them. They know about it. So you gotta be careful with that. Okay, but that was a good question. I'm glad because I've been meaning to address that. All right. All right. Sister Denise said, nice shuttle bus. Thank you. Hallelujah. Praise Yah. And like I said, we have work to do on these shuttle buses. You know what I'm saying? We got work to do on them. But we're gonna get them right. The other shuttle bus, we got to do some sealing on it and stuff like that. You know, but it was an amazing deal. You know what I'm saying? Somebody says shalom. All right. So somebody asked, Sister Koya, may I have permission from your head to ask you a question? I have a situation with my wife. What should pregnant women eat? Can pregnant women take? Yeah, yeah. Like I said, she gonna tell you the same thing. Like when you're pregnant, women need to stay hydrated. So they need to eat a high fruit diet, a lot of watermelon, a lot of melons, a lot of cucumbers, a lot of grapes, berries, to get that body in a healthy state, in a hydrated state, Um, yeah, you want to eat a high fruit-based diet. I'm not saying become a fruitarian. I'm not a fruitarian, but I eat a high fruit diet and it enables me to maintain my weight, it improves my health. I'm not struggling. I don't lift weights and exercise. I'm getting ready to exercise and bulk up and gain weight, but you can maintain your weight if you eat the proper diet. It's just basics. Okay? Speak. All right, somebody says shalom and blessings, my beloved family. Keep smiling. I just woke up. Waking up to this is awesome. Yeah, it is. It is. All right. Y'all herbs. Yep. Y'all herbs. That's it. Thing ain't complicated. All right. It says, do you like Dr. Schultz? Have you heard of his cleansing? Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't really studied it out, but at the end of the day, it's very straightforward. You open up the drain valve, which is your renal system, which is your kidney and adrenals and your basically your urination system. You open that up, you begin cleansing your bowels, so your digestive system, and then you cleanse your lymph and your blood. And once you cleanse that, you know, everything else begins to repair itself. And to make it go faster, you tonify your whole glandular system, your endocrine system. You bring that up because a lot of times when your body's all glomulated and contaminated and toxified from these foods we eat, um, it'll shut down, excuse me, certain glands. Somebody said is when they talk to people, it's not to what they don't ask them if their adrenals are shut down, is to what level are your adrenals shut down. And once your adrenals shut down, they make a lot of the hormones uh, that get the rest of your body, going in the right direction. So once the adrenals start going down the drain, you know, everything else gonna follow. And the things that are gonna affect the adrenal glands is things that stress them. So stress. So if you've been through stressful situations, which we all have, a lot of people go through relationships, divorces, stuff like that, things that put them in a fight or flight mindset. Anytime you in that mindset, is gonna have overwork the adrenals. If you drink caffeine, it's gonna overwork the adrenals. So all that stuff. So all that stuff contributes to beginning to because once your body's in a fight or flight mode, when it goes into that mode of operation, it shuts down other systems of the body that it deems unnecessary to get out of this stressful situation. So it'll shut down your filtration system, your detoxification system. It'll shut that down. Um, it'll cause toxins to build up, and depending on where those toxins build up, that's where you're going to see and experience issues at. So if you know, eh, like you see people, I'm trying to think of the ways it could affect you, like depending on where the acids build up. Like you see people, they get stressed out, they get gray hair, they deal with a lot of stress. That's I got a lot of gray hair. Some people their hair falls out, Um, some people they can't sleep because the stress is gonna affect you in your head, you know. So yeah, man, it's a lot. It's a lot. So. But this is why you got to make sure you're detoxifying and you don't have stress in your life. You deal with it head on. All right, let's see. Do you like that? All right. Brother Cedric says, Shalom, shalom. Brother Michael, it is shalom to you. Somebody said, I just love that you have community. Do you have morning devotions? If so, what do you like to read and do in your morning devotion? Now, what we do is on uh, Shabbat morning, um, we have a Bible study here. And what we've been doing is just going through Sirach Ecclesiasticus verse by verse. And then next, after we're done with that book, we're going to go through with we're going to go through Proverbs, you know, or whatever we feel led to do. Sometimes we just have discussions, you know. Sometimes we'll watch one of pastor's videos or, and do one on that, on some of these interviews I've been doing, these uh, community straightway life interviews. On some of those, I will go through. We'll just we'll have everybody get a time stamp and go to different things that were brought out, and we'll hit on that. Somebody said, how long does it take to remove caffeine from the body? Um, I'm not sure what you mean, but I'm gonna go on what I think you're saying. Um, so for me to, I had to get deliverance to overcome my caffeine addiction, and I felt like I went through withdrawals from the caffeine for maybe 2 or 3 days. You know, everybody's body's different. Now, to undo adrenal fatigue or adrenal shutdown, man, it could take years, because I'm still slowly, my energy level is naturally coming back slowly, but my energy level still drops off, So, um, yeah. But on the same note, also, as I've been doing this, because it took a while for me to get my kidneys back online. And part of the reason was because I didn't really know exactly how to. I've been learning as I go with this thing. Now I know how to get kidneys back online real good. Now I know what I've read, but I don't consider that knowing. I don't feel like I know something till I've done it. And what we found out is the with the kidneys, um, the quick ways to do it. Number one, I got a kidney adrenal tincture. It's powerful, and it took about 1 or 2 days to just get them to begin filtering again. But also recently, Koya got a castor oil pack, and she's been getting amazing results on that. And I've been studying about it once she started saying the amazing results she was getting. And castor oil pack is basically you take castor oil, put it on this. The thing looked like a towel, and you just lay it on your abdomen section here where your kidneys are, and that stuff seeps into your skin. And the way the castor oil is, because it's a natural oil from a seed, from a castor oil plant. They just squeeze it out the seed. They don't, it ain't made some crazy way. But anyway, castor oil seeps. Your body takes it deep into itself and it utilizes it, and it uses it to open your kidneys up, and amongst other things, it'll open up your reproductive system and all that too. And but she's been using one, and she said she's been sleeping better and just been getting amazing results from it. So that's another way to open your kidneys. And then they say one of the quickest ways to just do a dry fast, do like a 24-hour dry fast, and that opens them up real fast. What's the theory behind why the dry fast opens them up? I think it's because um, I don't know. I had a little theory that I had thought of, but what I think why dry fast opens up your kidneys is because you uh, you're squeezing all the stuff out of the, like when you're not drinking water, all the stuff is getting squeezed out of your cells, and it forces your body to start filtering. I think, that's my theory. Okay. So somebody asked, what did you learn from Pastor Dow at Tabernacles this year that meant the most to you, brother, and how it stood out that's going to affect how you go about life now? Well, it's not what I learned at Tabernacle, it's the example. It's just watching and following the example that's changing everything. So I don't know how long you've been following me, brother Dope Law, but if you if you go back a year or two in my videos, it I've laid it all out. You can see the difference and the changes, the huge life changes, the fruit that's been bared since I've become a part of Straitway and began following the example. Um, because his messages are one thing, but the example is another thing. It said you will know people by their fruit, and the fruit is, and that goes back to that having a fear of Yah on you, because the fruit that's put before us in Straightway, it amazes me that how people see the fruit and they don't follow the example, you know. So yeah, I couldn't pin it down to one little thing like that. It's the lifestyle that's put forth as an example for us to follow. And the thing that perplexed me for so long is how people don't follow it, you know. Um, that so yeah, but that's definitely a good question. Somebody said, "Whoa, I had no idea about the castor oil." Yeah, well, I didn't even know what castor oil was till Brother Tony, because a lot of people from the islands know about it. But Brother Tony was telling me how, because I was like, "Well, what's castor oil?" And literally, you can make it yourself. You could literally get, I think it's like a bean from a castor oil plant, and because he said his mother used to make it, and she just warm it up, and the oil would come off it. So they make their own castor oil. It ain't no insane process of making it. Shannon, did y'all make y'all? You from the Caribbean? Did y'all do castor oil?
Oh yeah, we used to all the time. Grandma make you drink it, and like take a teaspoonful.
But she would get it from the plant, right? I know people from the Caribbean, they just get it from the plant. And
I don't recall. I think it came out of the bottle.
okay, so Shan said he got his from the bottle, but Tony was saying how his mother would actually get the plant, get the seed or something out of there, put it in a pot, warm it up, and it pull the oil out of it. So yeah, man, it's castor oil. So I'm gonna get on that because it, like, the body takes it, is because the body takes it so far deep down within because it's so natural. So yeah. But like I said, man, if you've noticed, y'all, and you can even, what I'm about to say, you can actually witness this play out real time, um, of what the agenda the, of this beast system that we're under. When I say beast system, I'm talking about Babylon, America, whatever you want to call it. Um, what they do is anything natural that's going to be of a remedy to you, they quiet it and force it under the rug. Even if they got to take people out and kill them. Um, they did it in Africa when they came up with some herbal formula that they said would take out the COVID. What they did is, I remember one country, the leader came out and he was going to adopt, and next thing you know, he died of COVID. So, but they seek to quiet any natural remedies down. So yeah. So somebody said cod liver oil as well. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about the cod liver, but I know about the the castor oil packs. Like and I'm saying I don't know about it because I'm talking about eyewitness Koya using it and getting the results. So that's you said you use it?
Yeah, I had to take cod liver oil too.
So Shan said he had to take that too. Uh, yeah. So yeah, y'all. Yeah, all right. Somebody said, blessings to you and your family, brother Israel. What's the website to get these herbs? Household herbs is is uh is Koya's website. And what we could do, if y'all want some tea, we can get that to you pretty soon as it comes in. So that'll be on Monday. So you can have it sometime this week. But this tincture we're getting ready to make is gonna be super powerful. Um, it'll be, that's gonna be a little while. So yeah, household herbs. Otherwise, you just gotta search around. You know. Um, why is that doing that? My phone keeps vibrating. I think it's this cord. So yeah, that's what we got. So, but yeah, y'all. So that's basically what we got going on down here, Straitway, Florida. What I'm gonna be doing here soon is maybe on my ride down there to this job site, I'll edit and upload this video. Somebody said, have you researched anything on copper deficiency? Um, no, but this is the thing. If you take nettles, um, sea moss, I think it's not burdock root. Yes, burdock root, and the other one that begins with a B. If you take those will literally, because we're gonna be making a vitamin out of that. That literally has every mineral you need. Sarsaparilla has iron phosphate. That's one of the main minerals you need because the iron phosphate is like a magnet. It All the other minerals are attracted to it, and it's able to carry all the other minerals all through your body. So iron phosphate, yeah. So what herbs can help with migraines? So migraines, when we start talking about migraines, you know, uh, a lot of these issues people are having, you could just attribute back to poor diet, um, and acidosis or toxins building up in the lymphatic system, not draining them out at the way they need to be drained out, causing migraines and stuff like that. Okay, which is constrictions and restrictions in the vessels in the brain. Sometimes it could be due to that, you know. But migraines, that's like a very broad term. When it comes to migraines, you got to know, okay, are they stress-induced migraines? Are they diet-induced migraines? Like what are the thing? Is it due to the weather changes? It could be a lot of stuff. It could be things in your environment causing it. So that's like, hey, what herbs? Like when you say that, this is how it hits me is like, hey, what herbs can you use if you're not feeling good? You see what I'm saying? That's what you're saying. So there's other things that are gonna, you know, have you had a stroke before? Boom. There's a whole bunch of stuff where there's more detailed information. But if it's due to um like high blood pressure, yeah, there's herbs that will dilate blood vessels. There are herbs that have shown to be beneficial to migraine stuff, but a migraine is more of a symptom than uh, the actual cause. So Calgary's weather is always changing. So it could be a pressure-induced migraine. So that's endocrine system related because your endocrine system make adjusts for different pressures and standing versus walking, humidity, temperature, all these pressure changes is going to be a bogged down endocrine system. So it's going to go right back to the same thing I said. You need to cleanse your lymphatic system. In order to get the lymphatic system cleansing and draining to get all those toxins out, you got to first open up the renal system, your kidneys and adrenals and all that, and you got to open up your digestive system. So literally, it all goes back to the same thing. And then you got to bring your endocrine system back online and change your diet. Stop eating so much of these foods that don't break down quickly, you know, that bog your body down. Stop eating so much of them and eat more fruits that have a detergent like property in your body. Like the thing with fruits, the food, Yah made food, Yah made, Yah prepared foods. These are foods that you literally cut it open and eat it. Yah prepared them. Okay. Um, these foods, these types of foods always have a cleaning property to your body. They clean, they rejuvenate, they hydrate. You know what I'm saying? These other foods that you have to prepare and do all this work and season, you got to put plant-based stuff on it to make it taste the way you want and all this. You got to do all this stuff too. You can have them, but when like that verse says, it tells you don't be insatiable with meats because they cause cholera. The word tells you. So there very much has to be a diet change. Now, anybody up at the Feast of Tabernacles will tell you that Michael Israel was fully in feast mode at Feast of Tabernacles because I was partaking of the feast. But I don't eat like that all the time. Since I've been back, I've pretty much been on a watermelon diet. Last night, we had some curry, vegan curry, but pretty much all day I've been eating watermelons all day, watermelons and grapes, Koi is getting ready to cook an awesome breakfast in there. I'm a fully partake of that, but so I eat good, but I stay losing weight, stay going down. I gained some weight up there. I can see it, but everything in decency and order. Um, the diet you've been given by this beast system is not a good diet. And when I say the diet, the way we eat, most people eat 3 times as much as what they need. You know what I'm saying? You could survive on a half a meal a day, and eventually your body will adapt to that. When I say a half a meal, like what you typically eat for dinner, you could eat half that, and that would be enough food for you for the whole day. And your body would adapt to that, and you begin getting healthier. That's why I be telling people folk be eating. I'm telling you, people eating 3 and 4 times what they really need, and they're wondering why they having all these health issues. And the health issues are always going to pop up in what's becoming the weakest in your body. You know. So yeah. All right. So somebody said. Short-term relief for headaches, peppermint oil on the temples of the head helps me. And once again, what is that peppermint doing? It's going to open up blood vessels. It's going to cause them to dilate. So why are your blood vessels contracting up? It's something neurological, has something to do with your endocrine neurological system. Okay? And we track it all the way back. You're going to find out there's some a gland in your body or something is agglomerated and clogged up. That's what you is gonna always come back to. All right, all right. Somebody said, I don't know if you smell any fragrances from candles, air fresheners, cologne sprays, lotion, shampoos can all induce headaches because if you can smell it, you you're ingesting it. Yeah, I know certain air fresheners make me not feel good. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to dilute the peppermint oil with another oil. Pure peppermint oil will burn your skin. Yep. And peppermint is a hybrid herb. It's not a real herb either. So, um, but I'll tell you what I've done, man. I, for the longest I was studying herbs from a treatment base, what they call it, homeopathic uh, ideology, where I was studying treating symptoms, and what herbs do that. And I still do have all that information, but I shifted to treating the core issue of people's health issues, and that is, you know, um, allopathic. I think I forget those definitions, but so treating, the core issue. You know what I'm saying? All right. Somebody said, "Hello, how are you doing?" I'm doing good. All right. Somebody said, "Can you give an example of what a high fruit diet looks like in a day?" Okay, yeah. So for instance, today I'm gonna eat breakfast because first day, um, the sisters always cook us a big breakfast because typically we're doing stuff like this. You see the brothers over here working. So typically the sisters will cook us a big breakfast. And then, so I'll eat that. And I might take a 15-minute nap after that too. Um, and so typically they'll make us a breakfast. And then we will um, who listened to me over there when I'm right here? Shannon, Shannon said Shannon hardcore social media. Oh, okay. Yeah, Shannon listening to me, and I'm right here. Why don't you just get it live? But anyway, um, so typically, so I'm gonna eat that. Probably later on, I'll have for lunch or brunch or whatever around like 3 o'clock. I have a bunch of watermelon, and then at night, depending on what I'm feeling, I'll have grapes or fruit maybe. Sometimes I might have feel like, hey, I don't want that. I might have a Beyond Burger and French fries. During the day, um, I will typically, like during my work day, because I'm back on day shift now. I get up in the morning. I might have a shake and a handful of grapes or a little bit of watermelon. And a lot of times, sometimes I won't have anything. I'll just do a fast till lunchtime. Um, And at lunchtime, I'll just eat a whole bunch of watermelon till I can't eat it anymore. And then right before I leave my job around 3 o'clock, I have a whole bunch of more watermelon. And then when I get home, but usually around 7 or 8, the sisters that cook the vegan meal. I have that. Me, I don't eat a lot of because carbs. I have affect my nervous system or whatever. I figured that out, so I don't eat a whole bunch of grains and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I eat whatever cooked meal they make. My favorite cooked meal that they make here is when Koya makes vegan tacos. And then my second favorite one is Sister Leah makes crunch wraps. So that's my, and I try to get them to make that all the time. but but yeah, so that's typically sometimes, like when we're traveling, I will eat out. I eat, you know, like when we went up to Elder Mitch's land, on the way back, we had cheeseburgers on the way back. Just eat, but it's very sparingly. But for the most part, I'm eating fruit. Now, sometimes you can have a full plate of fruit for breakfast, a full plate of fruit for lunch, and then eat your dinner or whatever. It's whatever you want, but what you got to do is start implementing more fruit into your diet and implementing less of these foods that take a lot of time and energy to break down. Okay? And that's basically what I'm saying. There's no regimented hardcore diet. Um, a lot of times my meal will be 6 oranges, might be a lunch for me sometimes. There was one time I ate 8 apples for lunch, you know, and that was that. And real fast, because this popped in my mind, so I want to put this out here, something y'all need to know. If you ever feel, if your throat starts getting junky and you feel something coming on to you in your throat, what you need to do is eat apples. Eat some bitter apples, like the green apples. Eat a bunch of them. And the chunks of apple, as you swallow them, they go down your throat. They basically like scrape off whatever's there, and the astringent effect of the apple will squeeze out any toxins out of cells that's might be getting infected with something. I mean, that's not the cure-all thing, but it can help. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. What about black seed oil? Koya loves the black seed oil. Um, like I said, our brother Jarvis, we sent a bottle of black seed oil and my tincture up there to him to use. So he's been taking them both um, because, yeah, the black seed oil is high on the auric scale. The auric scale is the antioxidant scale. Antioxidants are and I'm just making it simple for y'all to understand. Antioxidants basically bind to foreign substances that are in your blood and in your interstitial fluids. They bind to them so that they could be trapped and taken out the body. That's what an antioxidant basically is. Um, and Black seed oil is high on the auric scale, but cloves are higher on the auric scale. That's why I made that clove tincture. That's why when I took that clove tincture, if you just take it a drop raw, it burns your tongue. It'll burn. It's working great. Cloves, man, you could put a drop of that on a sore tooth or an infected tooth, and it'll help alleviate the pain. It also is a numbing agent. So, all right, can you give an example of what a high fruit diet looks like in a day? Yeah. So what I tell people who are not is like what you need to start doing is before you eat your meal, eat a bunch of oranges or eat a bunch of fruit, and then eat your meal. Um, Most of our meals, like when we have our breakfast is gonna have a lot of watermelon with it. I think we're having eggs. Uh, she making biscuits, but I'm having. Well, you see, Shannon, he talk about turkey sauce. they have to make turkey sausage for Shannon because it's a special request. So he gets turkey sausage. Me, I don't eat the biscuits. My special request is I have ancient grain pancakes. So they make pancakes either out of what's that stuff called? Chickpea protein spelt or something like that. So I have pancakes made from that. So we have that. I have vegan sausage, eggs, something else she was making, and a whole bunch of watermelon with it, and fresh squeezed orange juice. They hand squeeze the orange juice. I think Madison added stevia to it and stuff like that. So that's basically what it looks like for us. So basically, all the stuff we're eating eliminates pretty quickly and well. Don't get backed up in your system and bog you down. All right. PJ Tip said, I am Patricia from Pakistan. Wow. Well, shalom to Patricia from Pakistan. Wow. I've actually been out to Pakistan before. Back in the 90s, we flew out there on the KC-10. We flew the U.S. Undersecretary of State out there when Pakistan was getting they had a conflict going with India. I know that's ongoing all the time. Yeah, I've been out there. So yeah, I answered the question about that black seed oil. Hold on, the comments are messing up here. All right, I like, bless. Okay, somebody said garlic cloves or what kind of cloves and what about oregano? Yeah, the cloves is called cloves. It's just called cloves, you know. Um, and I know it smells like them little clove cigarillo cigars, so it's like pure cloves, you know. That's how I type it in. You know, I bought it off Amazon, so that's what I can say about that. Okay. Ron Smith said chicken sausage. Shannon requires turkey sausage. Okay. All right, y'all gotta hear this, man. Y'all gotta hear this. Now, out of Pastor's whole message, only thing these mothers talking about is what? Chi- I didn't even hear it said. I wasn't asleep. Y'all, the only thing the mugs heard was something about Pastor said something about chicken chips, chicken skin chips. So I don't know, man. Don't know nothing about all that. Somebody said KC-10. Yep, big. Yeah, three-engine refueler. That's what I used to. I was a flying crew chief on them. We would wherever the plane went, I would go, and I was responsible for all the maintenance, basically getting the plane fixed so we could fly. You know, do our missions and all that. Um, chicken rinds, chicken skin, and somebody said, "Serious job, brother." Yeah. Chicken crackling tastes nasty. Is that what it's called? Chicken crackling? Shannon said he used to when he would get chicken, he'd pull all the skin off and bake it more, and then eat all the chicken, and then take the chicken skin, bake it more to make it crispy in the microwave or something, and then eat it. Chicken skin. So yeah, I don't know. Chicken skin sounds good. Actually, kind of like pork rind. Yeah, that's what they were saying. So yeah, y'all. So let's see. Van said, "Bless." he said, bless you. Well, what about when you get a fever? So the fever is your body combating the toxins in a lot of different ways. One of the quickest, not the main, I said one of the quickest paths of toxin elimination. You got a couple quick ways of eliminating toxins. I think the quickest is throwing up. The next quickest is defecating or diarrhea. And the third quickest is sweating. So one of the reasons your body raises your temperature for a fever is number one, it gets the lymphatic fluid moving better. Number two, it gets you sweating, and that eliminates the toxins out through the pores through sweat. And then the other reason they say is it raises the temperature to kill the virus off. Okay. Uh, so yeah, Elder Ray by ordering them. I don't know. Somebody said Elder Ray by ordering them. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you guys grow or eat more moringa? I had a moringa tree that I was trying to grow, and in the move and all that, something happened and then it died off and it never grew. But yeah, I hear moringa is a good, you get them trees going, man, and they can feed you good. Sister Denise said this is very valuable information. Yep, and I'm only putting stuff out that I done proved and experienced and done myself. So, you know, and I'm not putting all the spiritual gobbledygook on it. So, yep. So yeah, appreciate that. Um, so y'all got a line? Was it out? Was it out? Was it out of alignment? Okay. You taking it for a test drive? Hey, let me go. Let me go. I want to go. All right, y'all. So, hey, y'all, I'm wrapping this up. Appreciate y'all. I got to roll. Shalom, shalom, y'all.